easy, right? You say it doesn't work, it works. Okay guys, Dan The Wolfman here at Combatives.com. I have a video, multiple videos on guillotine defense, the #1 guillotine defense that you should know. This is advanced. People say it doesn't work, it works. I just showed it, I can prove it all the time. It would surprise the guy and you get on top. Now, let's talk about MMA. MMA, the problem with the standing guillotine now, standing guillotine defense is when the guy drives you against the cage, he folds your body, you have a roll on your back, a circle on your back, it's caved in, and it gets compressed. If I put me in a guillotine, he's going to drive me with a cage, and drive me in, push me in, push me in. Okay, and he's going to really, so anytime I get caught in the open here, sometimes in MMA you get caught and get crazy. You see, it bows my back. Look at the IFL super choke. I think it was Dan Miller maybe. And the guy's head is like touching his ears, touching his chest. It's sick. So, guys, you have to be aware in MMA. If you're caught in a standing guillotine, try a takedown, right? You can take down, right? No Jason Button flu choke. I showed that in the last video. Don't get your back compressed against the cage. Have cage awareness. If I do get caught standing and you're getting driven to the cage, I sense it behind me, I'm gonna shove my butt out and keep structure. See, I can still talk a little bit, and this big strong guy is choking me. I have structure, guys. So, I wasn't getting choked a little bit, but I'm not choked. There's a difference between having a roll, a roundedness in my back, and structure here. So I structure here like a football ready stance, or where you sprawl from in wrestling training, the athletic stance. So I shove my butt out, and I keep my spine pretty much straight, and it makes a huge difference. No one's told you how to defend it. I shove my butt out and I can defend. And then if you want to do this defense or grab it here, then you worry that you can sink your weight. I could go wrist control and sink my weight and keep my butt back and my back pretty straight. It's about spinal structure and spinal alignment to take away this choke. That's what's really, really, really important. Now, last ditch effort. If you were getting choked out and starting to go black, you had John Jones versus Machida, what could you do? I'll show it with one person and then another person. What could you do? If I'm getting choked here, okay, let's line you up so you don't get killed. I could do my crazy Russian guillotine defense, and I'm getting choked, and I could jump my body sideways and bang his face, and it'd be into the cage. I think I got the mat for him, and I'd be dragging his face all the way down. Now, it's a scramble, or maybe I get pinned and I get beat up. Yeah, you're not in a great position. But literally, I tried it very slow and just sunk my body sideways, and his face, he got a little thing on his face. I went super slow. That was without jumping sideways with my weight. It's a weight and pendulum effect throw. His face would go like here into a cheese grater. Sounds silly? Okay, but try it out. Maybe I know what I'm talking about. His face would go here and get dragged down, and maybe there's a scramble. Maybe you get pinned and you're still getting ground and pounded. But that's a last ditch thing instead of getting choked out. But most people, you can defend the choke to begin with if I keep this good strong structure. And then I could go here and here, hangman defense, shoot them down. I could just sink my weight on the wrist. You know, but it's all with the structure. So even if I got hangman and wrist control, and then I started to go out, I go over his head the other way, and I go for the bang and the cheese grater, kick my body weight sideways, kick my feet flying man sideways, his face would go into the cage. Or maybe I'm strong enough, he's got me here, I'm going out, hey man, I got wrist control, even with my back straight, but most people can't get you here, okay, if you keep that structure, but even if it did, I could go here, and then I can wrap him and get him in neck crank, okay? Corkscrew defense, pendulum effect of using body weight, okay? Let's send you really trying to choke me. Choke, 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 choke. Yeah. No, I'm in here. This is a good place to be. Yeah? Yeah. You think it's crazy? But it would work. So even if you have your back against the cage, keep that strong structure butt out, keep your spine aligned. Then you can work all these other defenses. It'll stop most of the chokes. But if you see how much momentum I had with my weight, I fly my legs sideways and I fall, it literally draws his weight this way, and I push his leg, he has to roll. I'm making a ball out of him. He has to roll. He can't stop the roll. Okay? Maybe he could post his arm, break his arm. To post his head if he's a really strong wrestler. Maybe stay on top, but unlikely. You're going to surprise someone if you ever try this move. But don't get pinned up against the cage. Let me switch. Guys, make sure you're still recording. Grab the camera. So, last bits here. It's harder if the guys are super tall with long arms. Hence, Don Jones, Yoda Machida. Now, Machida, I think it was the left arm. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it was left arm. Maybe it was right arm. And the neck was straight sideways. So it was kind of like a neck breaker. And he was pinned against the cage. And his neck was kind of sideways. And then it's a choke and like a neck crank, neck breaker at the same time. Ideally, if I was caught here, I would have a good frame instead of getting folded. So even if I'm caught here, I'm going to keep a good frame and defend. I can always sink the weight here, okay? Other possible defense, if I sink the weight, try and choke it. Try and choke it. Okay? Other possible defense is a corkscrew biomechanical takedown. If they got crazy, maybe I'm not. This big guy, I stop him with my structure to begin with my spine butt out. He's got me, he's cranking me. Even if I'm caught here, trying to get that space back. I'm caught here, trying to get that space back. As I get that space back, my neck's getting cranked. Here, corkscrew takedown. I break his structure, hitting his knee, trying to corkscrew twist him down. Hits him here, same time. Besides that defense, you could also do the other crazy one. This here will go very slow. So if I'm caught here, I'm going to go the other way. If I was getting choked out and I can't sink my weight enough, though you should be able to see that. I think I like this one actually. Sink your weight, jump it up and down, even if it's clicking your neck. Grab here, sink your weight. Corkscrew defense seems to work very good. If you wanted to, you could also go other side of the head, go to the leg, and then I would jump my legs here and bang in here. And she's great at here. And maybe I'm end up here, and maybe we're fighting, but I'm still in the fight. Okay? I'm not saying it's the best position, but I would cheese grate his face, and I would get my body sideways so I don't get choked out. So guys, there is your MMA guillotine choke, cage defense. I don't want to see anyone in MMA getting choked out against the cage anymore. Shove your back out, at least do that. If you learn how to sink the weight, you could corkscrew defense. If you learn how to fly your body sideways, you think it's silly, try it. Make sure someone doesn't post their arm out. It's a very dangerous throw. You gotta tuck your head in so you don't get spiked on your neck. You have to not post. But you can literally launch and throw the guy. If I'm choked on this side, I would put my arm over and I would fly my weight sideways and pulling his head and pushing his leg to the other side. And loads his weight so he can't, your body weight literally makes him fall this way and then you push and it makes him somersault. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Dan The Wolfman, a little bit crazy, but try it out. Hope you like it. Thanks.